Tyler Perry is clapping back at a few actors that did not believe in his new Netflix film, simply saying to them, "Too bad, so sad for them." Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So Tyler Perry, as you know, has been known not just in film, but also in television, has built an incredible studio in Atlanta and an incredible career. Well, now he's revealing in an interview for his new Netflix film that's coming out in September, talking about the actors that turned him down for this film. Some pretty well-known actors. He's not naming them, but he's talking about how they missed out. So let's just talk about a little bit about this film. This is coming from our friends over at People Magazine. He says, "I'm beyond excited about this film." I'm paraphrasing what he says there. He says to People Magazine's Everyday podcast about his movie, A Jazzman's Blues, his highly anticipated coming-of-age drama set in the 1940s, and this is due on Netflix on September 23rd. He says, "It's something very, very different for me. And so far, the reception of it has been incredible." So they said the star, 52, first wrote the screenplay back in 1995 when he was broke and struggling to launch his first play. A fan of legendary playwright August Wilson, Tyler Perry tells People that the inspiration for the blues came after he snuck into one of Wilson's plays in Atlanta, and the two had a chance encounter. Tyler Perry continues, he says, "I was telling him that I had all these stories that I wanted to tell, and he was very, very encouraging about me writing what I wanted to write. I went home that night and started writing a Jazzman's Blues." So he says, in the many years since, as you already know, Tyler Perry has become an entertainment titan and household name who's helped launch the careers of stars like Idris Elba and Tessa Thompson. When I read this part of the article, I said, I maybe in America, because wasn't Idris pretty a big deal in the UK? I could be wrong. But I just thought I was like, I don't know. I mean, at least that's not where I know Idris Elba from. Okay. On top of being a part of owner of Viacom's BET Plus network, in 2021, he also launched his own production compound, as you guys know, Tyler Perry Studios, which is located in Atlanta on a 330 acres of land. Though he's reached success in so many different areas, according to People, Perry is no stranger to facing fierce criticism from movie reviewers. Meaning the audience, not necessarily movie reviewers. I'm sure he gets it from them too, but you guys, Black Twitter, you get him. Years after branching out from his Medea comedies, the writer-director says some in Hollywood still question his abilities, even when it came to his current film. So just a little backstory on the criticism Tyler Perry has received. Look, he's received criticism from a whole onslaught of people, but during the pandemic, he received a lot of criticism for the terrible wigs in his movies, but also people were criticizing him when he posted a Instagram post of all the scripts that he had written in a short period of time, and everyone was like, that's why we get the quality that we get when it comes to your movies and plays and shows. This is what people were saying. And I've said it too. However, there are a lot of Tyler Perry things that I'm like, okay, I like that movie. I like specifically Family That Prays is my favorite Tyler Perry movie. But sometimes it's hit or miss when it comes to Tyler Perry content. But we all have a right to our opinions. There's still an audience that are showing up for Tyler Perry content. But apparently, it seems as if those in Hollywood, actors specifically, may have heard the criticism online about this and, despite wanting to be a part of this project, denied Tyler Perry being a part of it. So he says this, "Unfortunately, with this film, I went to a bunch of up-and-coming young artists who were getting a lot of attention, and I asked them about doing the role." He says they read the script, they loved the script, but I think there was a reservation or hesitation about working with me in particular on this film because I guess they didn't know how it would turn out. Meaning they didn't know what kind of wig they would have to wear. Perry continues, he says, too bad, so sad for them. And despite people turning him down for this opportunity, the cast that includes Joshua Boone and Soleil Pfeiffer surpassed his artistic vision. He says, a lot of the times these teams don't necessarily understand the power of my audience. And yeah, sometimes it's the team and it's not necessarily the actual artist, actor that are turning you down. Okay. So he says, too bad, too sad for them. He says, a lot of times these teams don't necessarily understand the power of my audience and what I bring. The people who are in a Jazzman Blues made it exactly what it's supposed to be. It's better than I ever thought it would be, but it's always been very important to me to break new faces. And that has opened the door for me to be able to help so many people. This is one thing I always have to give Tyler Perry credit for. And that is, he does exactly what we always talk about here on the channel. I wish more of these networks, more of these people that are in positions to do so would give up and coming talent an opportunity instead of always doing the thing that the thing that took the music industry down. They stopped doing A&R for artists. If you don't know, I have a music background, but this is what I feel destroyed the music industry, is that they started relying on artists that already had a following instead of building artists, helping artists build their music and their sound. They stopped doing that. They're like, oh, you're already done? Package deal? Let's put you out, because they didn't want to invest the time or the money. So he continues to say, and I think this is what has helped Tyler Perry's career, is because he has invested in new and young and specifically Black talent. And not even just new talent, but talent that people had forgotten about. People, Black actors that people would not give jobs to. He did. More than anything, Perry says his ability to help people is what makes him the most proud. Last year, he notes the payroll for his studio equated to $154 million. Okay, he says, I was really moved by that number. And understanding with the strength of my audience in all of these years of investing, I am able to write those checks to many people, many of them women and people of color. It's moving to me. It motivates me, and it keeps me grounded, and it keeps me going, because I realize how many dreams have been tied up into mine. And let's not forget too, we interviewed Oprah 10 years ago, and she was talking about then trying to build her network. It was also with the help of Tyler Perry bringing his TV shows to the OWN network that helped build OWN to where it is today. So he's helped a lot of people over the years, despite all of us, and me included, being critical of some of his work. And everyone has that right. Here on the channel, we love to talk about both sides of a situation because we love to twerk on the fence, but we also welcome differing opinions. So I want to know your reaction to what Tyler Perry is saying about those that decided not to be a part of his new film. And will you be watching A Jazzman's Blues come September 23rd on Netflix? Let's continue that conversation below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.